1, 2. 1, 2.
Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very strange world we live in. Here we are at the sale room at Pontrilas. We've got a few members of staff here holding phones to their ears. No doubt everybody who's bidding has got a line that's working at the moment. I certainly hope so. It's our pleasure and privilege this evening to be offering Llanteems land for Mr. and Mrs. Philip Williams, who Phil's parents bought this land in 1954. There we are, that's almost exactly 2/3 of a century ago, isn't it? Anyway, Llanteems lands, that's what we're here to do. Having welcomed you, I'll just run through the order of proceedings. I'll refer, of course, to the sale particulars briefly prior to offering the land for sale. I'll allow a few moments for anyone to ask any questions they may have via the telephone, of course. The contract documentation has been available, so we'll not be reading out any of that. No doubt you will have asked any questions of the solicitors, or your solicitors, if you've been using one, will have asked the other solicitors any queries you may have of that nature. Should be fairly straightforward, though. Normally we'd allow an opportunity for you to ask any legal questions, because we normally have a solicitor sitting with us here, but tonight, unfortunately, we haven't. So safety's everything. And having been through all that, I'll proceed to invite your bids on the telephone, and hopefully your connections are all working. Everybody looks happy at the moment in the way of staff here, so they don't look like they're panicking too much. Subsequent to the auction finishing, we will, of course, invite the successful bidder to come and sign up tomorrow and pay the deposit. We have got £3,000 deposit checks from various people. No doubt we can put that towards the deposit, etc. Alternatively, you can give us a check for the deposit separately. Completion date is set for the 6th of May 2021. That's 28 days from today. And it can be earlier by arrangement if you so desire. There's no stock or anything on the land now, and it is being sold with vacant possession, of course. There will be an additional payment of £283.20 to cover the search fees. And of course, there's an uplift clause of 25% for 25 years. So the increased value due to any development, as opposed to being an agricultural building or anything like that, then you will have to pay 25% of the uplift for the term of 25 years from the date of the auction from now. The entitlements to payments on the land will be made available at the going rate to whoever purchases the land. Obviously, you're not going to make any use of those entitlements, then the family will sell entitlements elsewhere. So, without any more ado, I'll refer briefly to the sale particulars. As I say, it's on the market for the first time in over 66 years. An opportunity to purchase a little corner of Wales, a pretty little corner of Wales at that. And of course, it's in the rolling countryside of Monmouthshire. Close to in the Brecon Beacons National Park, and lovely outlooks, access from the council of arable or pasture land. The name Llanteems is we believe of the words Llanteemis, which is a literal translation of church house field. So there we are. There might have got a bit of history connected to it there. So there it is. It's in two principal enclosures, and a couple of water courses there. There's a small one, as you've seen, on the way in, and the one along the boundary at the western end. And the land is all sloping, so it drains quite well, and it isn't prone to flooding, and it's jolly good soil, which is capable of other things besides pasture. It's you'll have no doubt read the contract about any rights of way, easements, wayleaves, etc. I don't think there's a lot that affects it on those counts. And auction procedure, as I say, is being done in this manner because of the current restrictions. We didn't want huge numbers of people turning up here like they did at Dawston at the weekend for some reason. So we've erred on the side of being safe. And we've been congratulated by various people for offering it by auction, which is completely open, not only fair, but seen to be fair. We have spoken to other people who've put in informal tenders for places, and they're not happy with the way that those have been handled, with people ringing around after trying to get higher bids in. So we're here to do business, and I wish everybody success in maybe being successful in acquiring the property, the land. The buyer's premium is nil. There's no buyer's premium on it. There's a trend towards auctioneers charging buyer's premium on property sales. We're not charging any premium at all. As I say, search fees, £283.20 is payable in addition to the purchase price. And all ingoing tenant right matters are included in the sale. There won't be any extra charge for those. And the purchasers shall buy the land in its current condition without any set off for dilapidations or anything of that nature. And as I say, the single farm payments, the entitlements will be available to you at the going rate if you so desire, if you require those. An uplift clause I've already referred to. It's freehold, vacant possession upon completion. No doubt a lot of you have viewed it. I think most people walked around it, maybe one or two drove around it. So there we are, we've got a lovely bit of land. In these times when people need a bit of space, what better thing to buy than a bit of land? And they're not making any more of it. We've seen all these developments going on in these villages. There's land disappearing at an incredible rate. We've got a new railway line hacking its way across the country, going to take more up. Coastal erosion. It's a diminishing asset, and it's now your opportunity to buy this here. We have recently been told it's a piece of woodland locally made 80-something thousand for 5.5 acres, I believe was what I've been told, but which I find astonishing for woodland. But anyway, here we are. We've got clear pasture here. Do what you will with it. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's as much as I can say about it, really. I don't know if anybody's got any questions. If you want to ask anybody that's operating the phones, if you've got any questions, I'll try and answer any. Hopefully it's all plain, straight, but they can't answer any questions of a detailed legal nature because solicitors would normally do that. I hope you're happy with the situation regarding the contract. It looks very straightforward. So there we are. Without any more ado then, I'll invite your bids for it. Who's going to start me where? What's it going to be? Someone start me 120 perhaps? 110? I have at 80,000 bid. At 80,000. Take 5 now perhaps. 85 you like. At 80,000 it is. 80,000. 90 is that? At 85 bid at 85. 90 I have at 90. At 90. At 95? Genuine bidding all the way. 95. At 95. 100,000. I thought it might have started there. At 95. 100 I have. 100. At 100. Try 5 perhaps. At 100 it is. 100. 105. At 105. At 110 is that? 110 on line 4. At 110. At 110. Take 15 now, anybody. At 110 bid. 115 is it? 112.5 I'm bid. At 112.5. Going uphill would change down a gear. At 112.5. At 112.5. 115 if you like. At 100. 113. 113. Try 14 perhaps. 114. At 114. 115. It's in the market. It's going to be sold at 114. At 114 bid. 114,000 it is. At 115. At 115. Try 16 now. At 115,000 it is then. At 115. Anyone else coming in? At 115,000 it is. At 115. 116 anyone? At 115,000 it is then. 115.5. At 115.5. Treat you the same. 116 if you like. 116. 116.5. Could be another 66 years. We'll get another chance. At 116 it is. At 116. 116. Take a half from anyone? At 116,000 it is then. At 116. I've got my gavel here somewhere. At 116 it is. At 116 and a half if you so desire. At 116,000 it is then. For the first time. A vanished opportunity. 116 and a half. At 116 and a half. 117 now. At 117. At 117. 117 and a half. At 117. At 117 it is. At 117. Half anyone else. At 117 it is then. Going through it again then. At 117 it is for the first time. For the second time. Third and final time. Half if you like. 117,000 it is then, going at 117,000. Congratulations, line 2. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for participating. Those of you who've deposited checks with us, we'll see you get them back. Thank you very much for your attendance and for following it online. And thank you for participating. Thank you and good night.